mean, I just took at a glance. I thought maybe that was part of the design, but now that I see the weapon hole again, kind of just put two and two together.
Not to say I told you so, but it doesn't seem like my presence was very wanted at the party. Oh, yes, I really just stuck around and kind of left early on. I did see Brian in his new look.
In this world, we have been left behind by the gods. After the Titans fell, the children of Olympus returned to Camp Oasis to celebrate the Festival of the Pantheons, where other gods have stepped forward to make their mark. Greek, Egyptian, Asian, Oceanic, and Nordic pantheons must now live together despite millennia of hostilities. Now their descendants seek to prove themselves and survive against a dangerous world of mythical beasts, monsters, and worse. Welcome to Origins of Olympus.
I know the time does not stand still. Can see the world when it's spinning, spinning. Try to pin me down, you don't have a clue. Wouldn't understand if I showed you, showed you. Stop forsaking everything that I've done. Won't be breaking easily now. So tell me straight up. I don't want it, no other way, no other way, other way.
You're down here. Oh, I thought
Oh.
you'd still be up at the dance.
No, I had to follow Lee home. Remember, she was a little bit sideways.
Yeah, is she okay? Did she have too much to drink?
No, she's fine. She's just asleep like a dog, asleep heavily.
Okay.
And then some. Yeah, but I had the weirdest dream. But I just had the weirdest dream. Anyway, what brings you here?
I'm here because I want to, well, I came to see someone real quick. Mainly a, let's say a friend, to get back my personal weapon.
Fancy sword of yours?
Yeah, the one I told you that, yeah, Eternity.
Yeah, I remember that sword. Doesn't have those cracks anymore.
Yeah. Wait, you knew about those?
I mean, I just took at a glance. I thought maybe that was part of the design, but now that I see the weapon hole again, kind of just put two and two together.
Right, when I brought it out for that split second during training.
Yep.
Oh.
Ow!
Sorry. The sword has been a little fluctuating lately. It's added some new material to make it stable again. And because of that, the lightning tends to leak out sometimes.
It's fine.
Wait, you actually felt that. Didn't you claim that you never get hurt?
Well, yeah, but that's normally by normal conventions. You said it yourself, that sword ain't exactly a normal sword now, is it?
No, it's not as strong as my father's Master Bow, which I assume is by extension Mjolnir. But it has a short of the Master Bolt itself. The weapon that's said to even be stronger than Mjolnir.
I don't want to have that comparison because that's gonna be an argument for an entire. That could be an argument for I don't know how long.
That and the fact like I don't know if either one of those thunder gods would be involved in. I don't know if I want to meet Thor under those circumstances. I would love to meet another thunder god, I guess, or electric god. That could actually give me some different tips than my dad.
I mean, I know I met my. I'm sorry, as I told you before and all that. I met my uncle for in Niflheim and all that, but he was there just to get his hammer back and all that.
So you just came, grabbed the hammer, and left?
That and Loki.
I'm guessing Loki is not as pleasant as he seems in all this mythology.
It's a character, that's for certain.
Well, I wonder if they portrayed him right in the movies then.
I would say yes, but with him, I honestly don't know. You know, the whole
With the gods being real, I wouldn't be surprised if somehow Loki was playing himself.
That's a thought I actually never considered that before. Then again, he's normally too busy scheming things or pulling pranks, what I basically call them.
Wait, that explains a lot.
Huh?
The ultimate, bash to his brother Thor is to make him more beloved in those movies than him. And that Loki character, I believe, is more beloved than Thor himself in those movies.
Wouldn't put it past him.
Huh.
Yeah. Speaking also of electric weapons and all that, I'm still nowhere near finding my father's staff.
Did you try looking up what I said before about the looking to where the weather is the strongest? I tried possibly looking there.
I did, and there is a couple of mountains, and I have heard of. I did some reading and all that, and you're right. There are a couple of mountains that have some stranger than normal weather. That's for sure. If there's a more search, I narrow it down to 3 or 4 mountains in within I'd say 100-kilometer area.
Well, you do know we have means of getting you to those places, right? There are people all over this camp with different mounts and different ways of getting you there. You could honestly ask around. You probably could find a simple way of getting there.
I still got the mount I had from the ball. Meat, boneless pizza.
Who names a horse boneless pizza?
Ask Lee.
Okay. Anyway, but we have a lot of flying mounts. This is just a regular
He can fly.
What?
I don't know either, but he can.
He has no wings. Hold on. Oh wait, this isn't the Pegasus, so I can't exactly just...
See?
How?
I have no idea. He just can.
Wait. Hold on.
I mean, if it was a ram, it would have made some sense.
Oh, it has. It just brushed me with wings. It's invisible.
Is it? I can't either see or feel any wings.
Yeah, and for a split second, I heard him talk. I heard him chuckling.
Chuckling?
Oh,
wait,
right.
you can understand.
Yeah, Pegasuses. Pegasuses or horses that have the potential to become Pegasus. I'm able to hear them talk.
So
because of my father, Lord of the Sky is connected to them. Poseidon has a link to regular horses. Zeus gave them the gift of flight.
That suddenly brings a whole lot of sense to a lot of things in that area.
I mean, who else would he be able to give them a flight? Poseidon? I mean, the first Pegasus was created out of clouds.
Sure know your mythology, don't you?
I have to. When I was dropped into this camp, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know anything about mythology. And in order to... What?
Quick question. When you say drop, do you mean literally? Because I've heard that happen to someone.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
No, what happened was, for me, I was chased here, and in order to survive and to find out who my parents was so I can start, you know, training appropriately, as they said, I read a lot of books. I read a lot of things. At one point, I think I read majority of the library before I got expanded.
Let me guess, with the other pantheons as well?
Well, no, actually. The books didn't cover other pantheons until now.
Yeah, I have been in that library going over a couple hundreds of books or so. Oh, myself, and they do. And you're right, they have a lot. But the Nordic is still a little bit
Scarce.
smaller. Yes,
That's
scarce.
I'm guessing they weren't expecting Nordics to show up.
No, no, you don't. Nope. Wrong camp. Got an invitation to a camp and find out it's the wrong one I went to.
I don't even understand how that happened. This camp was supposed to be hidden to everyone that's not supposed to be here.
Well, since I had my idea is either A, because I am a demigod, it somehow allowed me to still find this place, or maybe someone else in the camp allowed me to come here.
Someone with actual authority and power to mess with the whole illusion and barrier is supposed to be the only one able to, and I don't know anyone besides Kayla that can do that. So
I mean, for all I know, my uncle Loki could have been behind that trick as well.
you're not wrong. Wait, so question: you were invited to a different camp. Was there a competition there too?
I have no idea. The sign-ups apparently I have no idea. Really, I have never been to that camp.
Guessing that's something you're gonna have to look for at the end of this summer.
Yeah, that could definitely be a theory. Just hope. But at the end of the day, I'm here, and I've been getting this weird task. I mean, heck, the other day, not too long ago, I saw Raven that gave me the task to set out for the Staff of Vidar.
So I'm guessing your father and all them know you're at this camp then.
Oh yeah, they do. They very much do.
Oh, great. Luckily I'm not the word one, or else I think you're a spy for them. And luckily we're not at any fault or war with the Nordics.
No. Plus, why would I even spy on you people? I have nothing against you, personally, either.
No, you don't, but the fact that the Nordics tend to be more war-hungry than other pantheons, from what I learned.
That's certainly a reputation they've earned themselves.
Yeah.
After all, calling them the mightiest warriors and all that.
Yeah, I remember Zeus had an issue with that with Thor once, from what he told me.
Yeah.
Apparently, that war caused a storm. That battle caused a storm that crossed all of the US and caused like massive damage.
Yep, I've heard of that one.
Except my father never told me who won. He just smirked when I said who won in the end. He just said he smirked and said, "If you ask me, I won. But if you ask Thor, he might have a different opinion." So I actually don't know who won.
Who knows? I mean, at the end of the day, sorry for saying this, Uncle Thor. At the end of the day, I think Zeus may have a little bit of more advantage, but then again, I can't say for certain.
Well, I guess Thor does have the disadvantage of having most of his abilities in one hammer, so if you separate the two...
That's what most people commonly think.
Oh, is that something that's not common in the movies?
No, they just depict it. Mjolnir certainly has the power of the storms and all that, but at the end of the day, Thor is a god of thunder, not a god of hammers. Remember?
That's true.
But no, yeah.
So,
quick question.
What?
Did you know anything as well about my Do you know anything about my father, really?
What was his name again?
Vidar.
I did come across his name a few times when I was searching some of the books. Not much other than just another god of the storms. Not in particular electricity, but like strong winds and all that. Am I correct?
Nope. That's not either. That's not that either, really.
Hmm.
He is. I don't think I've ever told you that what his full title is. He is the god of vengeance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh. God of Vengeance. I think you mentioned that once, actually. That vengeance and revenge is kind of like an issue for you or something.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever told anyone about this, but if I could have anything, I just wish I didn't have any of my powers.
Honestly, at some points in this recent new life, I've wished the same. I've wished not to be a demigod and just be a regular person, worrying about graduating high school, worrying about graduating, finding a good college. I still have those worries, don't mind you, but I also don't have the luxury of that as well.
I hear you there. Do you have a
I've also
but
learned there's also good that comes with it.
If you ask me, nothing good comes with it.
I mean, if you weren't the son of that demigod, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have met like all your friends here.
That's true, but also if I wasn't the son of Ida, I would still have a family.
What do you mean?
I won't go into too many details, but let's just say an incident happened a long time ago and my hometown is not exactly there anymore.
Well, I can't tell you to simply, any advice particularly to that, since I don't know the details, and nor have I experienced something like that. But I can tell you that, you could, well, I guess you could live in the now. Use what you have as a gift to help others, and use what you can and the time you have to make sure that your life is lived to the best. I mean, you could live in the past for all your life, but you could also try to strive for a better future.
Guess you're right there. Sounds like you have more experience with that than I have.
Last year I literally went through a lot of hell. Some of it quite literally.
Yeah, that seems to happen a lot here, doesn't it?
Yeah, I visited the underworld, and I also visited the layer under the underworld.
Yeah.
I visited Tartarus.
Yeah, guess we have something in common there. I just recently visited Helheim.
Yeah, it's not like a different... It's like, from what I learned from the few books, basically everyone ends up at the same place. It's just called differently depending on where you're from.
That's what... I am honestly not sure. That could very much be the case, or maybe really is different domains in their own rights.
Well, I wonder if it's like what you believe in. If you're from Egypt and you believe in like the Egyptian gods, do you go to like their version of the underworld? Because apparently America has the full Greek thing under us, from what I learned.
Does?
Apparently. When I went down there once and with Xylo, I swear I saw like a line full of like tourists or whatever from America down there, like clothing and all that.
An interesting fact?
Yeah. And then I spent quite a bit of time in the Underworld Library, or Hades' personal library.
Isn't the place full of, like, forbidden, very dangerous tomes of knowledge?
Quite a bit of it, yeah, but also has a lot of information that wasn't here at the camp, and I needed it to figure out something last year.
Yeah, I still haven't heard that full story. What was or is your beef with Brian? He seems like a nice fella.
You don't know what happened last year, do you?
I've heard things left and right that involve personally you, Silo, and Miss K. But I haven't heard the full story or any.
I guess you'll find out some other way if I don't tell you now. So, last year Brian was different. When I first met him, he was a bully. A full-on bully.
Of course. I guess we all have those phases.
Let me finish. The bully was apparently caused by this sword of his. He called it Seductive Rose. And this sword caused him to do many bully things, evil things. And throughout this camp summer, he just caused me issues left and right. And eventually, it culminated to him releasing the Titans.
The what?
The Titans are the parents or the gods before the Olympian gods like Zeus, Poseidon, and them.
No, I know about those, but you're kidding, right?
No, he basically almost caused the Greek version of Ragnarok.
Wait, no. That must have been the part where Silo came in. I heard about he doing something at the end of the part there.
We don't have the power to defeat the Titans, no. But we were able to hold, apparently from the stories that I heard, the emperors were able to hold them off long enough for Xylo to use a special sword from his father to send them back to the underworld, where basically Hades waged war with his endless skeletal army to put them back into the Tartarus.
Interesting, but that still doesn't answer. How did Brian suddenly make a full 180?
Well,
I know, because not to say anything, but I know a lot about anger and hatred and grudges, and you don't just change like that overnight or in a period of a year.
Because of me.
Okay.
Just before he released the Titans, he had done something horrible. He had hurt Caleb badly to a point of near death.
Oh.
Yeah. I had thought she had died, and I was so enraged. And you know how it is being a child of the Thunder God, or son of Zeus in particular. My anger is something to be feared, apparently.
Believe me, I am all too well familiar with that concept.
And I stormed off to Brian himself and fought him. I fought him until he couldn't fight anymore. And I had a choice then. I could have ended Brian right then and there, killing him, getting revenge, but I sensed something was wrong with the sword itself, that Seductive Rose, and using eternity and all my power I had left, I shattered that sword.
Which, can I take a far-fetched, led to eternity getting broken.
Not broken, but cracked, yes.
Cracked, sorry.
Whatever power was in that sword was comparable to a god's.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Thank God that thing is gone, am I right?
Yeah, thankfully. And apparently when I did so, I broke the hold over Brian and was able to free him from the sword.
Now that I've heard that story, no wonder you were oozing with so much anger. No wonder you were oozing with so much anger when I first saw you.
It's an issue, yes, but
yeah,
it's.
Yeah,
I know Brian is no longer controlled by the sword, but it's more of the fact, like, it's hard to forget what one person did over a course of a summer.
I can fully understand you there. That was also why, out of respect, I didn't want to get involved with anything or say anything to it, even though I knew a bit about your rage at the start. Sorry, son of the God of Vengeance, you kind of pick up on things like that.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I also understand that too. During the summer I was with my father, I learned how to read people's electrical signals.
What does it say? Oh?
Electrical signals, like, when someone's happy, they give off different types of, like, velocity of, like, body signals that also translate to how much of electricity they're giving off. You can guess that when someone's angry, they give off a lot of it.
I could imagine.
With you...
Hey, yeah, what does it say about me if you try?
When I brought up a few topics, I know some of your electrical signals hinted more towards worry, sadness, and a bit of anger, honestly.
Oh boy, that's... Yep, you pretty much hit the nail on the head with that one. I guess I'm...
Why I stopped following that topic.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. Huh. I guess coming to this camp isn't so bad after all, considering everything then.
No, honestly, from what I've learned. As much as there's bad that happens around you, being a child of a god, you honestly also have to look at the good. You can't change the bad, but you can always look at the good as well.
I think you're right about that. You know what? That's also probably why I should do what I've been asked to by my father. I don't know if it was him or one of my other or the other another guy that brought me here, but they brought me here for a reason. I should probably try and see what that follows. And hey, which reminds me, I should probably be off now.
Yeah,
No?
same. I should probably get some sleep.
Yeah, but hey, just before you go, just from a guy who knows a thing or two about vengeance, you are taking the right step towards redemption and all that. Not for yourself, but just for the person you hate.
Yeah.
See you around, Mario.
Well, it's kind of awkward. Gonna have to go in that direction too.
I have to go in this direction anyway, so see ya.
See ya. Giles? Giles?
You know, door's always unlocked.
Well, it's kind of rude to just walk in on someone's house.
Isn't?
Yeah.
I suppose I do knock.
Yeah, I mean, how would you like it if you were doing something private and I just walked in?
Oh, I would be like, hello, would you like to join me?
I don't want to question what that means, but, okay.
Don't think about it too much.
I wanted to check in after the night. Seems like you went off to go meet some more people. Did you meet anyone nice to chat with and all that?
Not to say I told you so, but it doesn't seem like my presence was very wanted at the party.
Yeah, and noticed that you have more connections to people than I had originally anticipated. It seems like Momiji had something with what you were saying before.
Oh, yes, I really just stuck around and kind of left early on. I did see Brian and his new look.
Yeah, I noticed that.
An Impu. I didn't meet anyone, Mario, so I guess I won't be showing up to any more of your trials. I'm sorry.
Well, I would say, you know, first tries are never really the optimal one, but, well, I do want you to, well, oops, hold on. I wanted to give you that.
Is this?
Well, I know,
Stuffed animal?
well, not exactly. When I first came to the camp, I only had one thing with me. It was a plush given to me by my father, which is Zeus, funny enough. It was the only thing I ever had. It was kind of like my comfort item. You know, whenever I felt sad, whenever I felt bad, I would just have that thing near me and remind me that I had people who cared about me out there. And, well, it was my only way of having comfort at this camp for a while. Until, one day, Brian threw it into the fire, which helped me realize who my father was when my anger caused a bad thunderstorm. And well, there was only one scrap from the fire I was ever able to rescue of him. I've had that on me as a bit of a keepsake, but I was thinking, for many years that he was my companion, my friend, and he brought me a lot of, you know, comfort, and I was thinking maybe you could use some as well. Maybe a constant companion, even if it's not fully there, to be there for you. And just want to show you that even if there's 100 people out there that don't like you and just hate you, you have a friend right here.
The piece of the stuffed animal?
And me.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Of course. I knew that. I don't think anyone's ever given me anything before. I'd give you something from my house.
No.
But,
It's It's perfectly fine. Just a gift from a friend.
Gift?
Yes. When you give someone a gift, you normally don't expect things in return. It's just you give them out of the kindness of your heart.
So you don't want anything?
No, I don't. Just want to show you that there are people who genuinely care about what happens to you as a friend. I don't want a wish. I don't want any power from you. I don't expect you to one day be riding to my rescue if I ever am in trouble. But I do want you to know that you have a friend. Even if it's just one friend, I feel like even having like one person who's willing to just sit down and talk to you is better than being alone.
No. Brian's never given me anything.
Well,
actually, you see that candle?
Yeah?
I stole it from him. From his beach house. He yelled at me about it.
Well,
He replaced it.
well, this isn't something I will ever yell at you about. It's a gift from a friend.
Oh.
And I hope that it brings you the comfort that it once gave me. Oh,
Thank you. Yes.
thank
Well,
you.
you better be going before our next training session. We'll be trying to harness the power of you striking lightning. So you should practice that on your own on Xylo and while he sleeps.
I won't do that, but I'll still practice on some training dummies in the camp.
Oh, you might as well practice on him as a training dummy. What?
Well, I hope you have a good day then. I gotta go.
Sure.
Oh, what a hopeless case we could be. Yeah. Oh, what a hopeless place that we're in. But I'm your